What's going on, guys? Welcome back with another video. So today I kind of wanted to talk about what got me into lifting, right? And honestly, it goes back to when I was super young. I was really fucking fat when I was a kid, and um, I always looked at myself in the mirror, and I was so upset that I got to that point in my life. And I was in like middle school, and I just hated the way I looked when I looked in the mirror. I would look at Dragon Ball Z characters and I was like, I want to look like that one day. Or I would look at like Superman, and that was a huge inspiration for me. I was like, man, I want to look like that. Like they look fucking incredible. So that is a big factor that got me into it. So I cut out, all the soda and the bad eating habits, and all the shit that goes along with gaining weight. And then I got super skinny. And then at that time I thought I was big for some reason, but I got super skinny, and then the whole process started over again. And I was like, I hate the way I look. And so again, I went back to the drawing board. I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I do from here? So then, boom, I started seeing a lot of bodybuilding videos on YouTube at the time. And my uncle, he was showing me also pumping iron. And I was like, holy shit, like there's people that look like this. Now, granted, yes, you do need steroids to look like Mr. Olympia's, men's physique, classic physique, etc. Yeah, I know that. But I kept telling myself, what if I just stick with this for years and I just keep training and I keep pushing my body and my mind to its limits? You know, what if I just keep at it? What would I look like? And here I am now. I'm not saying like I have an incredible physique. I still have a lot of work to do. But people give me a lot of compliments. And I'm very grateful that I've held on for this long. But again, there's a lot of work that needs to get done, and um, you know, that's one of the biggest things that got me started. I just hated the way I looked, and I would look at these comic book characters like Superman and then Dragon Ball Z, and then I saw like bodybuilding magazines and YouTube videos a while back where I was like, damn, I want to look like this. I want to look like a Greek god, essentially. And that's been my motivation ever since. Now, obviously, there's other factors that help you achieve that, like breakups, um, life in general, that things just get you angry and you take out you know, how you feel out in the gym. It's therapeutic. Um, Honestly, bodybuilding or the gym in general kind of saved me. Like, if it almost gives me a purpose in life. Like, I almost see it as if I want to be the strongest this damn bloodline has ever seen in their life. Obviously, they're not alive anymore, but I want my ancestors to be proud of what they went through back then just for me to get here right now. I want to keep that lineage strong and just pure motivation and drive, and to just look the absolute best. I cannot live this life without training, and I understand it's not for everybody. I understand that, but I cannot go day to day understanding how there's some people who don't train at all. Like, I do not understand that, and it's a blessing and a curse. It really is, because there's times where I've had a lot of friends that are like, man, you need to enjoy yourself. Like, the gym's always there, this and that. It's okay to be social every now and then, and I'm social, but I just love to train. I love it. I love the pain it gives me. I love the mindset that it gives me. It gives me strength, you know. I want to be that guy that walks in the room and they're like, damn, like he has a respectable physique, which takes a lot of discipline. you know. It's hard to maintain motivation. That's why there's discipline involved. And I want to be that person that, you know, when you walk in the room, they're like, that's him. That's a huge motivator for me too. And going back to what I was saying, I cannot fathom that. I cannot fathom a day without training, really. Like, it is extremely fucking hard for me to take rest days. And I know rest days are important. Trust me, I know that. And I do take them every now and then. But it is, again, a blessing and a curse, because if I'm not training, I almost feel like I am not, what's the, I almost feel like I'm getting weaker by the second. Uh, I almost feel like I'm being useless, I guess you could say. And I'd rather have this addiction than to be addicted to drugs, alcohol, um, you know, any other bad habits, gambling, etc. Like, there's a million different things. I'd rather have this habit and be addicted than to, you know, go along with the other habits I was explaining and then just not train. Like, I'd rather have this problem where I'm not as social as all the other ones, but yet I look incredible, I feel incredible, and people respect you, you know, based off of your physique. That's what motivates me, and that's what gets me going, and that's what keeps me going, you know. And just going from that fat kid in middle school and then super fucking skinny in high school, like, and then people who see me now that I went to high school with, they're like blown away, really. And it's a great feeling. I love it, you know. But working out, once you start, like, and you're really committed and serious about this, the mission never ends. Like, it never stops. And that's what you have to understand too. It's like, no matter how much I look at myself in the mirror and, like, other people will tell me that they see a lot of improvements, me personally, I do not see those. And that's probably for sure body dysmorphia, you know. But I I'd rather have that problem. I'd rather have that issue where I'm never satisfied with how I look and keep going and training to look the way I want. That's a problem I'd rather have than being complacent and enjoying the physique I have, you know, because then there's nothing else to strive for. You're like complacent. You're like, okay, I could take a rest day, I can relax, and, you know, I look good, this and that. Like, for me, that's a horrible mindset. I'd rather train every single day, working towards, and you could call it being delusional, but I'd rather work towards something that I may never achieve, but at least I'm gonna train every day and I'm gonna keep trying. That to me is more worth it than all the other shit like partying and drinking and doing drugs all the time, you know, especially for people my age group. Like, that's all they do. You know, even the friends I do have that lift, like, kudos to them, but, you know, it's hard for them to keep up, you know, and it's, at some point you kind of reach a certain level where you can't really, you know, for most 98% of the time I train by myself, you know. And I mean, I try my best to help them, but it's a struggle for them, and I understand that. But, you know, those are the things. I got a little off track, but those are the things that keep me motivated and keep me striving to work harder. And, you know, that's what got me started in working out. Just looking at myself in the past and just hating the way I looked and wanting more, wanting to achieve more for my life and my physique. And it started up here as an idea. And I just said, okay, let's go balls to the wall with this shit. And I just train. I train like twice a day most of the time, probably like 5 days a week. Second time will be more of the cardio, the core, you know, push ups, pull ups, things like that. I actually just got done. It's one, it's like, no, it's actually 2:07 in the morning. Oh my God. I did cardio for 20 minutes, did core, you know, worked on a couple accessories, and that's it. You know, now I go home and I eat food and, you know, rest and start the process all over again tomorrow with legs. So that's what got me started, guys. Be back soon.